Welcome to Sane Sunday Live on Sane Enterprises. Today we're talking about channel growth, insane growth for your channel.
I'm trying to get 3 more subscribers.
She's looking for some insane growth on her channel too. Her channel is Carol Sane.
Tell me how to get some more subscribers.
Well, for one thing, you make great content, great videos like that last video that you made about spring in the Appalachian Mountains. That was a great video.
3 away from 100.
So,
and then you go support other channels.
Yes.
Like this one.
Yes, she is over there supporting channels right now, facilitating growth. Because if you grow enough other people's channels, then the growth will come back to you like a boomerang. It's YouTube karma.
I better get on the channel so I can see what we're doing.
Yes, our moderator is not moderating over here.
It's a free-for-all.
You could be saying anything in the chat right now and we would have no idea.
Ha! Here I come. How you like our new thumbnail?
Yes, our latest video on Sane Enterprises is about how to do thumbnails with TubeBuddy. And that video was inspired by Reese's Mill Off-Road Adventures.
And it was this thumb right there, Reese.
Because he had a good question about branding on thumbnails. So we made that video to cover how to do thumbnails with TubeBuddy, which is an awesome plugin. If you don't know about TubeBuddy, look in the description of any of our videos. We'll accept this one yet because we don't have much of a description in this live thing, but look on one of our other videos and you'll see in the description of our videos or in the description of our Sane Auto videos a link to TubeBuddy.
Okay.
And I would like to shout out some people who have been commenting on our videos here on Sane Enterprises, because we really appreciate comments on our videos. Let me see if I can make this where you can see our screen.
Who's that cute blonde?
You can see who's been commenting on our videos. That cute blonde. Look at these blue eyes. Striking blue eyes. Camaro time. Thank you for commenting on our videos. He has already been watching our thumbnail tutorial on how to do thumbnails with TubeBuddy.
Oh, I bred it out of bandwidth. You stop over there.
I'm using up all the bandwidth live streaming. Uzo Lou. Big Boom and Biggs TV.
And I don't know if my computer is...
Gon's Fam. Cup of Spring. Benjamin Chavez.
I'm the only one watching right now. Gonna shout out everybody in your chat.
Not Like Others. Cup of Spring. Poet Maker.
Little Dumpling. I like saying that. That's so cute.
Yes, and that teaches us all something about how important your channel name is. When making a channel name, you need to try to make it as short as possible while still describing what your channel's about, and try to make it easy to pronounce, easy to remember, something that just kind of rolls off the tongue. Little dumpling is easy to say. It's catchy. It rolls off the tongue. It doesn't really tell us a lot about what the channel content is, but you can also use your little channel icon to help do that, and your channel art once they get to your channel stuff. So Reese's Mill Off-Road Adventure is in our comments here. I also like to shout him out, and you can see about his channel name does say Off-Road Adventures, and his content is consistent with that. That's another good thing. Watch for these kind of things when you're checking out other people's channels and you're supporting other channels, and you're getting. This is why we're not a sub for sub group. We're a support group, a community, and we're trying to pick up and copy all the kind of habits that YouTube wants to see in a community, and be the kind of community that YouTube wants, so that we're safe from any violations of terms of service. And we want to not do anything that sub for sub would be doing, because YouTube doesn't want sub for sub on the platform. They want true communities. They want some networking going on and a strong community of YouTubers. So that's not the only reason we're doing what we're doing here and the way we're doing it in this community. We do it this way because it works better. It works so much better, and it helps everybody involved. You know, it's a win, 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 win. Everybody involved wins. YouTube wins. Our channels win. Every channel we come in contact with wins. The audience wins. The advertisers win, because the advertisers are paying money to be on your videos. And if your videos are getting more traffic and good quality traffic, and the supporters that you have, the subs that you have, are actually watching your videos and stuff, then that gives the advertisers good value. It gives YouTube good value. It gives you good value. It gives everybody in your audience and community good value. So let's try to keep doing it that way, and do more and more of that, and less of the sub for sub. Supporting someone is doing a lot more than just subscribing to them. And I think everybody in this community is doing that. They're doing a lot more than just subscribing to someone, although subscribing is a big part of that. YouTube themselves has said they want to see more subscribers on your channel. As a matter of fact, if you don't have enough subscribers on your channel, you don't get monetized. Well, that is a big signal from YouTube that they want you to get more subscribers. At the same time, they're saying they don't want you to do sub for sub. It sounds like a conflicting thing to say, but it's not really, because when you realize that what they want is true networking and true communities that actually go back and forth to each other's channels multiple times, actually watch whole videos or large portions of the videos. And when you start thinking about what they don't want, is they don't want these little short watch times.
Poet Maker, hey.
They don't want to see the words
Reese's Mill Off-Road Adventures here.
They don't want to see the word subscribe. They don't want to see the word back. They don't want to see the words return. They don't want to see any of that kind of stuff that YouTube associates with sub for sub. And as long as you're not doing that, then there's nothing wrong with what we're doing here in the community. As a matter of fact, that is what YouTube wants. They want true communities and networking and community building. They want long watch times. They reward long watch times with promoting your stuff if you get long watch times. And so as long as when you're going to support people, you're giving those long watch times that YouTube wants to see, you're giving the kind of you're doing the kind of networking behavior that YouTube wants to see, then there is nothing wrong with what you're doing. And anybody that says any different and makes any kind of claims or any kind of negative comments about the community are just wrong. And just keep telling people what you've learned of how to do this right, and what you've learned about what YouTube doesn't want to see, and what you've learned doesn't work very well. And we'll keep growing together and keep improving together until we get to the point where we don't have to worry about the kind of stuff that went on early on when we weren't so good at this. Okay, back to shouting out people that are in the comments. We have Game Free Garage, Construction Machines Channel, Poet Maker.
Poet Maker's in our chat right now.
Awesome.
Hello.
Good to see you, Poet Maker. Reese's Mill Off-Road Adventure. Bits of Real Panther.
Reese's is waiting for a church function, but he's going to watch tonight.
Okay. He's watching it on mute because
he
can't. So.
But we have a very supportive community.
Awesome. And yeah, it's just filled with great supportive people. So if you go click on the icon, like if you were to click on this icon for Bubsification, or click on this icon for Reese's Mill Off-Road Adventures, or Johnny Pro, or any of these Demon Durango, or any of these people here, then you could watch their whole video. You could comment about something in the middle of their video or the end of their video. And tell them something like, "You're new," or "I heard about you on Sane Enterprises. I liked this certain thing in the middle of your video. I like this certain thing toward the end of your video." That lets them know you actually did, watch the whole video. You are doing the kind of things that YouTube likes to see in a community, and you're not just being sub for sub. You won't have to use the word return. You won't have to use the word back. You don't have to use the word sub or subscribe or any of those words that YouTube doesn't like seeing. You don't have to do any of that. You don't have to endanger your channel by doing any of that, because not only will YouTube pull subscribers from your channel if it sees behavior like that, and unsubscribe you from people and unsubscribe people from you if they see little short watch times and stuff like that, but they can and sometimes will just take your whole channel down. I've heard of people where some of their videos just disappeared and were gone. And I've never heard a good explanation for that. I don't know why some of these things are happening, but I know that it's not been happening to people here in the community that are doing the things that we talk about and avoiding doing the things that we talk about not doing. And so avoid any sub for sub, any kind of spammy behavior. Don't do any copy and paste, because that's another thing that the algorithms are looking for right now.
Now, what has been, I'm going to ask people in the chat, what has been some of your hardest struggles? I see Poet Maker. I don't know if you're still here. What's been one of your biggest struggles as far as being a creator? What did you find to be the most difficult?
On YouTube.
On YouTube. Or just in making your videos.
I mean, yeah, it could be anything like making your videos or editing your videos or tag words or thumbnails or the actual filming, or getting supporters, or getting watch time, or getting numbers of views, or anything to do with YouTube. Figuring out what your channel name would be, your channel art, any of those kind of things. What comes to mind is one of your toughest struggles? And while we're at it, I have another question for people, if that one's a hard one for you. What is something that you learned from someone else in the community by watching their videos that you now copy to help your page out? While y'all are thinking about that, I'm going to shout out some more people. I was at Bubsification. Now Johnny Pro, Demon Durango.
Wow, Poet Maker said that they only had 15 until they found the community. Now
they have over 200.
Wow.
Well, that is amazing.
I'm at 98 right now with my channel, and I am
Her Carol Sane channel.
I need 2 more.
Yes, she does. 2 more supporters to get over 100. We have Poet Maker. We would like to take a chance to just shout out and say how thankful we are to everyone, not only for our success, but for your success and everyone else's success in this community. For everyone in the Sane community, everyone in the Mopar community, everyone in the Camaro community, the Mustang community, and of course the IamAcreator community, and the Mud Mowers community.
Wow, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, and the fishing community. Oh my gosh, what a bunch of great guys in the fishing community too.
224. Awesome, Poet Maker.
Oh yeah, well over 200 now, and growing. Wow. And that's right. I remember first time we looked at your channel. Now it wasn't that long ago, and you had because got the one welcome video, and I remember we were talking about and doing a channel review, and a welcome video is a good place to start out with. Just the first video being your welcome video or channel trailer. So yeah, I'd like to encourage you to experiment with your cell phone or whatever that you have, and just play with it and have fun with it and make whatever you want to make. Because if you concentrate on stuff that you think is fun, stuff that interests you,
it'll be better.
Yeah, you'll get good at that faster than trying to concentrate on something that you think is going to be really popular on YouTube. And also you'll find that stuff that you think is interesting,
a lot of other people finds it interesting too.
Absolutely, just what she said. And you'll get more quality viewers that way too, because there'll be people that, because they like the same kind of things you like, you'll like them too, and you'll have more fun interacting with them.
And you'll find more people who think the way you do.
Yeah, I mean, look at the guys with all these other different communities, because like I was saying before, the Sane community and the IamAcreator community share something in common, that they are these communities, Sane community and IamAcreator community, are an alliance of communities.
Okay,
a bunch
you want to do gaming, but you need to get a capture card first. Well, have you thought about online gaming? There's a program called XSplit that you can actually play the game and show the video right there.
It has a screen capture feature.
It has the screen capture already built into it.
And you can see my screen right now, and this right here I'm actually doing without XSplit, because I started using XSplit and then I figured out how to do it right here, and I'm actually using Google Hangouts. Well, you can see it goes to infinity when I show you this part right here. And what happens is,
but not for them.
Yeah, they'll see it. That's got a little bit of a lag. They'll see this in just a second if they haven't already seen it. What happens here is you go on your YouTube and you go to the live selection, and then you go down to schedule, live and you fill out that stuff and make sure you got it on public, because if it's on private, I'll need to make a video and put it on here on Sane Enterprises and show exactly this. Do a screenshot.
I don't know if
But
it'll work on PS3, on the PlayStation, but I do know that it works online, and a lot of people do use XSplit.
I bet it will work on a PS3.
It should.
Because look right here, when you go on this, you'll end up with here that says, down here in the bottom it says stop broadcasting. Well, before you actually hit this, it says start broadcasting. What happens is you go on, and I'll do a better video on this, showing exactly how to do it.
I'm sure that there's a lot of videos out there about XSplit.
But this ain't even XSplit. You won't even have to have XSplit to do this. And I don't know if XSplit will work with his PS3, but I know this will. And this, I've been happier with this than I was with XSplit since I started doing this. You see, it says Google here, and Google owns YouTube, so that's another reason why they work so well together. If you go up to this upper left-hand corner, you see it has an option for screen share, and that's what I did. I went up there and I clicked this, and then a little thing came out, you know, prompted me to share my screen, and I clicked yes, and next thing you know, you can see what's on our screen. And so it will probably work with PS3, but it might be easier if I make a video, a separate video on just that for Sane Enterprises, and then you can come back and watch that video and then try it out, and you may be able to live stream your games, and then we might be able to all come and visit you in the chat while you're live streaming your games, and that would definitely help grow your channel.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, and you can use the hashtag Insanefriends, which is a hashtag for the Sane community, and the hashtag IamAcreator in your title to help facilitate more people finding your lives and get more people over there. So in our chats, we also had Tiana Loving Life, Joe Z, James Cox, of course, and Vegan Kiwis to Pistachios. Now, speaking of James Cox and other
it's not a problem, Poet Maker. I always like to support new creators. We have several friends that were about to give up until they found us and got the support that they didn't feel they were getting, I guess. And
yeah, they weren't. I mean, we all weren't until we started finding each other.
And we were able to help out, and that's what makes me feel good about YouTube.
Right, and
I get to know the people that that I meet, and
yeah, it's awesome, and it's awesome to help other people out, and there's a immediate reward for that right away, and then it ends up coming back to you, especially when you're in a group of people like this that they're like-minded people that really like helping each other out. And I mentioned James Cox being on our chat here. No matter how busy he's gotten, he still keeps coming back and checking in on us. We still keep going to his place because we are some of the original founders of the community. I mean, it's not a community until there's more than one. So there is no one person that started any group or any community, because it's not a community until there's two or more people. But he was there, and somebody that seems to, I think, needs to have some more support that was here at the very beginning is Mackenzie from Unmedicated and Dysfunctional. We were checking out her page again today, and she's in the original video for the IamAcreator community before this there was any IamAcreator community, which is spelled a little bit different. And you can still see her in that video, that original video, and she's still less than 1K. And I think that really she should be at least over 1K supporters. And I would like to see some more support for her channel and from the community that she helped create. Unmedicated and Dysfunctional is the name of her channel. And if you get a chance, anybody gets a chance to check that out, please do. And please tell them that you found out about her from Sane Auto or Sane Enterprises or the Sane community. So she knows that, you know, we haven't forgotten about her and her contribution from the very start. And we're still supporting her. She's done a lot for this community. I don't want to see anybody left behind or anybody when, you know, a lot of us are, including our Sane Auto page, way over 1,000, 4 figures. I just feel like everybody else, we should help everybody else that's not at 4 figures get up to 4 figures as quickly as we possibly can help them. And everybody that's at 3 figures should help everybody that's at 2 figures, and everybody at 2 figures should help everybody that's at 1 figures, and try to not leave anybody behind as we grow to 7 figures and more. And when we get to 7 figures, we should be helping everybody out that's at 6 figures, and everybody at 6 figures should be helping everybody at 5 figures, and so on and so forth. So to see if I can, you are screen sharing. Now, if I hit this where it says stop, you can see that that stops it from screen sharing and goes back to our webcam. And then you can see the webcam again. And that is part of Google Hangouts on Google Chrome is what we're using. And that's how you use it. Now, did I mention our video on thumbnails from TubeBuddy? Did we go over that?
Yes, we did.
I did? Okay.
It's this thumbnail that was in it.
Yeah, that is one of the thumbnails that was in the thumbnail for the thumbnail.
Of the thumbnail. Say that 3 times quick.
we had a lot of fun with that video and doing that thumbnail. Yeah, and actually that was kind of funny when we did that video and we got to the part about making the thumbnail, and then we were all like, wait a minute, we just made this whole video all about how to make thumbnails, and now we've got to make
a thumbnail for the thumbnail.
It better be a good one. We're thinking this better be a good thumbnail.
So we did a Sane thumbnail
about, yeah, and then that's what we came up with. I think it looks pretty artistic. It's definitely different from most of our other thumbnails. Oh, and another thing about comments and stuff and helping grow your channel, make sure you check your spam folder frequently. And, you know, unlike some other people in the community that are also founders of the community, we don't agree on every single thing. But, you know, and that's okay. I mean, you don't have to agree on every single thing. If you get the 80-20 rule applies. If you get everything 80% right.
Little Dumplings here. Sorry, I haven't been checking back. I'm at 98 on my channel, and it's driving me crazy, so I'm jumping around everywhere. I'm sorry, Little Dumplings.
Her Carol Sane channel. She wants to get that Carol Sane channel up over 100. I don't blame her. That first 100, man, I tell you what, can be some of the hardest subs that you can ever get, because it seems like once you get past that 100, it's so much easier to get to the 1,000, the next 100 to get to the 200 and the 300 and the whatever, and the 500 seems to be another milestone there. And then that's just like woo, you know, and then the 1,000 comes along. And by the time you get to 1,000, you're like, man, I didn't think this was ever going to happen.
I know, little dumpling. I appreciate it.
And then it just goes geometrically from there. It just really starts climbing once you get over that 1,000. And but yeah, talking about the spam folder, you know, there are some reasons to be in the spam folder. You know, some comments that you get and stuff are obviously spam. You go in the spam folder and you look at them, and that's pretty obviously spam. You might want to leave it in there, and that's where the disagreement comes sometimes with some of the other community members. Some people think you should take every single thing out of spam. I think there is a line in just about everything, and you shouldn't be too harsh on people if they're making mistakes and stuff like that. But you know, some things, there's a reason there is a spam folder, and if you don't leave anything ever in the spam folder, it's kind of a waste of having one. But most things I find out are in the spam folder unfairly, and I go ahead and take them out. Like for one thing, you know, using the hashtags, which help you get more attention and stuff, can get you thrown in the spam folder, and that shouldn't be in the spam folder, because you know, YouTube themselves say they want communities, and if you can't use a hashtag as a community identifier to let other people in the community know that you are part of their community, it's harder to make all those connections. So, you know, and certain words can get people that are trying to comment on your channel thrown in the spam folder. And if those words are used in a completely different context, they may have a completely different meaning. Well, the computer and the bots don't make that kind of distinction. So you have to go in your spam folder and look through there and see.
And decide who you know and who you don't.
Yeah, and who you want to associate with and who you don't. So
we can't be all inclusive, because I mean, yeah. I don't mean exclude people, but maybe they don't practice the same things you do.
Or not really so much that they don't practice the same things that you do, but if they do stuff, if they do stuff that's like really offensive to just about everybody, or very, very negative stuff, you know, then, you know, if they're doing something too that you think that, you know, you look at that and then you go look at their channel and you think, oh man, YouTube's going to be taking this sucker down quick, you know, then you probably don't want to be associated with it, and you don't want them in the community, you know. And so that's another place where we are a little bit different than some other people in the community. Some other people want to be all inclusive to everybody, but there are some people in some groups that one of the places where I draw the line is at groups that are very, very well, let's, for lack of a better word, just very, very negative. So you got to protect yourself against that. And now we're in the danger of getting negative by talking about this too much. So let's move on. How about we have a question for the people in the chat that's very, very positive. This is your chance to give a shout out to anybody that you met early on that introduced you to the community, or it taught you something that helped your channel grow. Either introduced you to the community or taught you something that helped the channel grow. You let us know who that was, and we will give them a shout out. whether you can remember their name or their channel name or whatever, and just put that in the chat, and we'll give them a shout out. Somebody that helped you on YouTube in some way by either introduced you to the community or taught you something that helped you improve your channel or get some channel growth, or helped you, or you went to their channel and learned something from watching their videos. What was it you learned and that helped you make your videos better?
I just want to make this short video.
Right now, while we're waiting for your responses in our chat.
Oh, I am falling down on the job.
I am
returning. Oh, little Dublin said Sane Auto.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for remembering us. And Poet Maker said he learned from about the community from James Cox.
That's awesome.
And yeah, James Cox still does a lot of
community support.
Yep, community support and community outreach. Well, we all do, but I mean, he does a increasing amount and has been one of you know, like us, one of the original founders. Like what I was talking about with unmedicated and dysfunctional. I mean, you don't hear about her so much anymore. And I think that we should talk about Mackenzie more often and send
her warm thoughts and love.
Yeah, and let her know that the Sane community is still thinking about her, and we really appreciate her efforts.
Being a pioneer.
Yeah,
and she
and
was
being one of the founders of hashtag IamAcreator, and yeah.
Well, it's getting close to 5 o'clock, sweetheart.
Right.
We said we were going to be quick with this one.
Absolutely. So this, like she said, this is going to be a quick one, and we really appreciate everybody being here.
I have to remind him sometimes because we.
Well, there's another announcement we haven't made yet.
Go to Wally Mart. What?
The Insanefriends live.
Yeah.
For Wednesday night on Sane Auto, that is a new show that we've been doing where we actually have guests come on the live show.
And it was awesome. We had Camaro time on the last show.
God, what a great guest.
He was awesome.
Yeah. And it is turning out to make really good shows, having you guys come on the show and talk about, the kind of cars that you like and or the other the content that you have on your channel, and talk about your channels. And so that is at 7 p.m. on Wednesday nights. It's called Insanefriends is the name of the show.
We're very open to who we will invite on.
Yeah, if you want to be invited.
If you want to be invited and you want to sit down with us in
Twitter, Victor Sane on Twitter, Sane Auto on Facebook, also
or
Victor
Carol
Sane on
Seguda Sane on Facebook. You can get to me.
Yep.
Poet Maker's going to be there. Awesome.
That would be great.
We'll be glad
Thank you,
to see
Poet
you.
Maker.
What are we having this week?
We are having Gregory Salvatore this week on our Insanefriends show at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Sane Auto. Gregory Salvatore.
I think we should talk to who was it who was on with us on Jim on Mr. Cox's show that day?
Gregory Salvatore was one of the ones that was on that live with us when we were on James Cox's
no, the
live.
First one.
But also that was on there.
The first one that we were on.
Okay, was it Auto Dreamer 77
no,
or?
It was a Mustang guy. We've had two Camaros.
Oh, okay. His channel name used to be IamAcreator Mustang, and he changed the channel name to.
I think we need to reach out to him and get him on.
Maybe we should have him on our live.
The next one needs to be a Mustang.
Okay.
And then we need a.
Well, I would also like to have one of the Mopar guys. The Mopar community has been really good to us. But the Mopar community was helping us out before there was even a Sane community, before there was a hashtag IamAcreator community. And, you know, it wasn't as big a movement because when you have a smaller community that's all about just the one type of content, it's harder for it to get really huge and big. But everybody in that community is so supportive. What they lack in numbers, they make up for in their generosity. And, you know, I would love to have somebody from the Mopar community be on our Insane Friends show.
Me too, but we need to have diversity just like we do on Sane.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And it doesn't always have to be all about cars. We can throw some fuzzy kittens in there and get a little dumpling on.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And you know, it's an alliance of communities. I mean, right here is an alliance of communities, and it can't be an alliance of communities if we don't include a lot of people from a lot of different types of.
And I like diversity.
Yeah, it creates variety.
Yeah.
You know, and excitement and fun. So a lot of different people from a lot of different types of content, and that way we can keep the show fresh and exciting, and y'all can see something new every week, and try to include somebody from every type of community and every type of genre and every type of niche.
But we are Sane Auto, so it's gonna have a little bit more auto than other stuff.
Right, and even some of the non-automotive people, we're still gonna ask you some automotive questions on Sane Auto. Sane Enterprises now, you know, we'll probably start having guests right here on this show on Sane Enterprises, much like we do on the Insane Friends Sane Auto show. That way, people that are non-auto can feel a little bit more comfortable, and it can be even more variety over here on Sane Enterprises.
But we got to throw some kittens at it, don't we?
But like she said before, to contact us for that kind of thing, Twitter, Victor Sane on Twitter, Sane Auto on Facebook, Victor Sane on Facebook, or Carol Segura with the little hyphen Sane on Facebook. Contact us any of those ways. And also, you can always get hold of us by commenting on our videos and connect with the people who are commenting on our videos for mutual support. I'd like to have somebody on the show from the fishing community at some point too. There's a lot of great people there. The gaming community.
Now,
Okay. We are going to wrap it up here. And we will see y'all again on Wednesday night at 7 p.m. on Sane Auto for Insane Friends. And hopefully we'll see you back here again. I want to check our chat before we leave. We would like to see you back here again next Sunday.
Oh, JL Leggett.
Lego Builder. JL Lego Builder.
I got to check that out.
Yeah, we saw you on the Sane Auto, Sane Sunday Live, Sane Auto, and got interested. And that's another thing I like about doing the networking versus sub for sub. Doing the networking and stuff, you don't just sub to people. You look at their channel names and stuff. You look at their.
My goal is to be at 100.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm at 98. I seem to be stuck. So, Lego Builder, guess what?
She's supporting you.
303.
Whoa, you're Lego's over 300.
Yay! There you go.
Where are other peeps at? How's Poet Maker doing? I can check right here and see myself. Let me check on my computer.
Better.
Check and see how Poet Maker's doing.
But I know how it is, Lego Builder. I have been trying to get to 100 for about a week now, and it's not. Oh, that's awesome. I love the beach scene. That is so awesome.
Poet Maker is at 224. Poet Maker's at 224.
Yeah.
Remember when they were way down there in double digits? Now you're at 3 digits. Now, that's another thing too. We all need to remember when we're getting things seem hard and growth seems to be slow. You know, we all started out at 0. Those of us that have multiple channels, we started at 0 more than once. And then we all had 1 digit at one time because we were somewhere between 0 and 10. And we were in the single digits. And then we finally got into the double digits. And everybody here is in 3 digits now.
Except me.
And there's really not that much room between 3 digits and 4 digits. You know, it's just 1 more digit. So you can get there. And if you look at your channel building, you need to run your channel like running a business, but you can also look at your channel like building an engine. And the number of videos that you have can be like the number of cylinders that you have in your engine. And you can get a lot of power out of an engine several different ways. You can put a whole bunch of cylinders, and they don't have to be really great powerful cylinders. If you have a whole bunch of them, it adds up to a lot of power. Or you could have a few really powerful cylinders, meaning like really great content. Or but even just, you know, whatever you think is fun and whatever you can come up with kind of videos, it's still a cylinder. It's still going to produce something, you know. And if you have a lot of them, you know, it multiplies. It has a multiplying effect. Even if you just have one of them, you still got something, you know. So, but my point here is that one of the things that you can do, one of the first things that you learn on YouTube that causes a lot of growth, and we did this for a long time. It does, well, it may not cause a lot of growth, but it does cause growth, is just making more videos and putting them on there. That means it's like having more cylinders in your engine. And it does work. It may not be the best strategy in the world, but it's a strategy, and it does something. And you learn from that. You learn a lot of the other things that you need to know from that, because you can always take some of those videos down if you don't like them. You know, later on when you're making better videos, you can always take some of those older videos off of there, or you can remake them after you've learned a lot of things. You can go back, you can look at that video and say, you know, if I was making that video now, I would make it different this way or that way, and then do that, and then go back and take that other video down and replace it with a better version. So there's really not a lot of downside to just going ahead and making some more videos and throwing them on there and doing the best you can with what you've got and the knowledge that you have now, and just try to do a little bit better on the next one, a little bit better on the next one. Sometimes perfectionism can be the worst enemy that you have in achieving things. I mean, it can be a big ally if you need to perfect something, but at the same time, it's a double-edged sword. So practice doesn't make perfect, but it does make better.
We're gonna have to wrap things up and go bye-bye.
Yep, we sure are.
We got things to do and people to see and places to be. And
make sure y'all support each other and help each other out, and comment on each other's videos. Even if you don't have a lot of videos, you know, you can always give a full view and do another comment and another comment on some of the same videos. I know there's some channels out there that comment on our videos a lot, and they only have like 10 or 12 videos. So we have put return comments on their channel so many times that we have 2 or 3 comments on each video that they have. So you know, you can do that, and just let the video play the whole way every time. And we sure do appreciate everybody commenting on our videos, and we get so many comments now that we're...
Hey, Camaro Time, how you doing?
Hello.
Unfortunately, we were just about to leave because he has honeydews to do too.
She's got plans for me. We were telling people earlier how great it was to have you a guest on our Insane Friends, and you've inspired us to go on with a lot more guests and stuff. We've got, of course, Gregory Salvatore lined up for next Wednesday.
I told him we're having 2 Camaro guys in a row. Now we're going to have a Mustang guy.
Yeah, we're going to have to include at later
and then
dates,
after that, Mopar.
some of the Mopar. We might include a Mopar before we get to a Mustang. It depends on
who. A Mustang before a Mopar.
Well, you know, it's going to depend on who's available. Not everybody has the same schedule as we do.
See, he doesn't want to do a Mustang.
I do too. I just don't want to pass up a Mopar guy from waiting for a Mustang guy, or vice versa. It's going to be kind of a first come, first serve type thing.
Uzolu wants to come
on. He's been trying to talk to Uzolu about coming on. We should talk to Uzolu about coming on as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Uzolu, and yeah, we certainly should. We should send him a message.
That would be great.
And we're gonna start having guests here on the Sane Enterprises Live on Sundays as well. Now that we've figured out how to do it, Sane Sunday Live on Sane Auto. We're gonna continue having the car news and all that kind of stuff that we usually do, and going over the Sane Community and IamAcreator live schedule like we usually do, and making sure everybody's well informed on who's live and when.
People don't like to be structured, though.
And well, yeah, a lot of people didn't.
It's like herding cats.
Don't want to commit to a specific time on a specific day to be on the calendar. And but then if you look, a lot of people like Pusha Studios, they're on a specific time on a specific day anyway. They're live almost every night at 7 o'clock with guests on, and it's a great thing that everybody's helping each other out to help each other get exposure, and it's snowballing because we're all getting bigger and bigger audiences, and then we're telling our audiences about each other as our audiences grow, and it just keeps us bound and stronger. And as long as we don't leave anybody behind, like I was saying earlier, when we got down here, we were shouting out people in our comments, and we got to James Cox and some of the other people that are founders of that are also founders of the community, that have been here as long as we have. And it reminded us that there are some people that were here in the beginning that we don't see or hear much about anymore. And some of those people, like Unmedicated and Dysfunctional, Mackenzie, that's her channel, have been here from the very beginning. And our channel, Sane Auto, is well above 4 figures, but her channel is not. And I would like to see her get some more support and the community come together and support her to where she is over 4 figures, because she did a lot of work for this community and has been there as long as the longest of us, as one of the original founders of the community, and and deserves a lot of support. She's got put a lot of work into her videos on her channel, put a lot of work into her channel, put a lot of work into growing the community. And so let's not leave anybody behind, guys. Let's support. And that would be, let's see here. You can see this. Unmedicated and Dysfunctional, and she's Ken's on Twitter. And tell her the Sane community hasn't forgot about her. Go on one of her videos and let her know you heard about her from Sane Enterprises or Sane Auto, and the Sane community has not forgot about her, and we still support her.
Well, now, sweetiekins, we gotta go.
Yes, we do.
Go.
Yes, we do. Okay. Well, guys, we love you, and we wish you insane growth. And we will see you again next Sunday. And before then, we'll see you on Wednesday night at 7.
Bye. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.